Hello everybody, it's Brill from iRank Locally. And in this video, what we're going to do is just go over every single button and all the options that we have available for this version 1.01 for our launch. Later videos, we're going to break down screen by screen and actually do the work and show you how it works. But this first one, I just want to give you a quick overview of all the screens, what they mean and how they function, so that when we get onto the individual videos, we'll be able to actually do the work and you'll understand what exactly is going on. So we've already installed it, we've already configured it, we've covered that in video, so the configuration's in, it's installed. Now we're going to start with the home screen. Okay, so the home screen, there's a lot of things going on here. We're going to start at the top, we're going to work all the way down and explain. So resize video to 720, that's pretty obvious. If this is checked and you upload a video off of this screen, whether it's a link or a text file, it will resize all the videos to 720. That is going to happen. So same thing here. If you do mid-roll, 7 minutes, every 7 minutes you have you want to put it in an ad space or an opportunity for ad. If you check that, if you upload down here one video, it's going to put in one video. But if you upload up, let's say you have 50 links in a text file and you upload it here, every one of those 50s, if this is checked, will get opportunities for ads every 7 minutes. So these are sort of, for the screen, a global configuration setting, meaning that if you upload one or several, it will publish in all that content. So Creative Commons, if you are going to download something from any source that's not your own for whatever reason, you can check this button, and if it does not meet the Creative Commons licensing standard, it will not post. That's again down here, whether it's, if let's say it's a text file and you got 40 videos in there and it gets to the 39th video and it's not Creative Commons, it'll just skip it and it'll put the other one in there. But if you see that when you go back and look at it, you'll see, well, there were supposed to be 40 videos posted, but only 39 posted. Chances are one of them didn't meet the Creative Commons qualification if you have this checked. This says set Vimeo privacy. We're going to change that in the next version, but right now we have Vimeo integration. And so in Vimeo, you can say it's public or private. So anybody can see it or nobody can see it. By default, everybody can see it. That's when you push your actual video to Vimeo. So again, whatever it's selected here, sort of globally is going to happen down here. So if you say nobody, all 40 videos are not going to be viewable on Vimeo. They're going to be set to private, although they will be available on, Roku, Fire, Apple, whatever platforms you're streaming. So that's an important drop down. Select a channel, create channel, delete channel, and show feed. These are all very important. So we have a channel. If I was to select, these are just, we just have, various channels we've created. If you select one, you can delete it. It'll delete it out. If you want to create a new channel, it's very simple. You just type new channel and it'll actually create the channel and it'll put it into the drop-down list. Same thing with video folder. Whoever you're connected to, here's who we're connected to, Vimeo right now. I think that's who we're, enable Vimeo. So these are our Vimeo folders. If I create one and hit create folder, it'll actually create a new project folder in Vimeo. That way we keep all of our videos in individual containers, so we know that if we go look at Nano Boss Pro, which is our old name, we just haven't migrated the videos, we could see all the videos that are related to that, and so on. So we can delete that folder, and what eventually is going to happen once we get all these videos made and posted, we're actually going to be posted at Nano Express Training, and will be on Roku, Fire, and Apple. We use our system to do that, and then what we'll do is come in here and delete this after we merge the videos from here to the other channel. So that's it. So show feed is pretty easy. I mean, it'll actually, a lot of these places, if you have if you have Fire or Apple or Roku set up for a channel, it'll show you. So like in this instance, this feed is only set up, Nano Express is only set up at Roku right now. So I'll show you where we can set up Fire and where we can set up Apple as we go through the screens. So it's very important, if we create a channel, we have to decide where we want it to stream to. We'll get to that stream. We'll get to that screen in just a moment. And then once you decide where you want it to stream to, you can just hit Show Feed, and you can paste the appropriate feeds in the appropriate management consoles. Like for Roku, you know, it's the Roku developer, and for Fire, for Amazon Fire, it's Creator. But for Apple, it's handled very differently. Your channel has to be certified by a certified Apple developer and then submitted to Apple by that developer. But we are that developer, so that's not an issue. But it is different. But we'll go through all that we'll have a whole video of nothing but just Apple, nothing but Fire, nothing but Roku, so you'll really understand that. So that's how you select, edit, and create channels. So back in the day, you may have had to go into like cPanel or a website and type something in and do some things. This creates everything automatically. It creates all the feeds and everything that you need. Now, this middle section is an important section too. Because our system is automated, when you upload from any link, whether it's your own website or whether it's from YouTube or wherever, once you upload from one of those, it's going to try to find if there's tags, descriptions, if there's any credits, or what genre it's in. So the thing is, you may not want that. For example, you may have a station called, you know, I don't know, Night Scenes, and you just want it to be, you know, the moon or something like that. So you may go out and find videos that have to do with the moon at night, and then you may want the tag to always be the moon, because you know these tags are used sort of in the categories of various streaming providers. So you may want to make the tags all similar. So if I'm going to upload, let's say 20 videos about the moon, I don't want to get 20 different tags and start saturating my categories area in Roku. So you may want to say tag override, write 1 or 2 or 3 tags. Notice it's 1 tag per line. And then all 20 videos would have the same tag, meaning they'd be in the same category. You could take the descriptions from the download. Sometimes, depending on where you download, it may not have a description available. So you may want to write a description of your own. If you want to add credits to the descriptions, you can just type credited by whatever and it'd be in the descriptions. And of course, genre is the same sort of deal. You just pick which genre. Once you light it up, you can pick which genre you want. And again, if you have a text file that has 20 videos in it and you pick the genre action or adventure or comedy, let's say you have a comedy station, you know they're all going to be comedy. So you hit comedy, every single one of these for sure would be in the comedy section. So this allows you the flexibility to override something that is put on the content that you may want to change. So it's very important. Down here is how you upload videos. Okay, so the first thing, and what we see it used most for, is to upload local content. Meaning, let's say you have a video of your own, or you produced a video or anything. The minute you click this button, you're going to notice that you have your own 7-minute ad rolls here, and so you can uncheck it or check it to put it in here. If I was to actually pick a channel, like let's say I pick Nano Express, right? This is where I'm saying I want to write this to. The first thing I want to do, because I got to pick a channel and a folder, right? So then I'm going to put this to Nano Express. Because when I save and post this, I'm basically telling this, whatever video I'm putting here, to put it into this channel and put it there in Vimeo. Pretty easy. You'll see intro, outro, and credits are not highlighted. I'll show you why. And I want to say, yeah, when you push it to Vimeo, send it to anybody. No problem. So the first thing I'm going to do is find a video, right? So I have to find a local video. Let's say I find a video and I call this, it's our advertising video. If I select that and hit load video, it's going to actually load the video that it's going to read everything from the video that it has, right? What I'm going to do is I could because it's on my local desktop, it obviously has nowhere to source a title, description, or tag from, nor a genre. But what it will do for you is it will make this thumbnail at the right size for the upload. I can edit it, I can change it, but what it does do is it automatically figures out the duration, the bit rate, and it gives you an ID. So basically all it leaves you with doing is title, description, tag, and picking a genre. Now when you pick a genre, you can click on one of them or click on, hold control down, pick two, or hold left key down and swipe as many as you want. And then when I hit post, it would post this video to this channel. And so we'll really break down the screen, and we'll do a lot of configurations when we actually we'll have a posting video, a how to post video, and we'll go over all that. But basically, if it's local to your computer, this is how you upload it. If it's not local to your computer, and it's actually a link out on the internet, whether it's your own personal website or it's your YouTube channel, or maybe it's your Vimeo channel, doesn't matter. You would just grab the link, individual link, post it in there and hit publish content. It'll read everything from that site and fill out all the stuff automatically for you. Or if you hit override, it'll override it, just as we spoke about earlier. Text file, same thing here. Except for instead of having one video link, you can put as many video links in as you want and then publish, and it'll do one after another. So let's say we post something and we don't like it, and for some reason it did something and it messed up our channel. You can press this restore feed button. See, I don't have a feed to restore because there's a brand new install. I haven't updated anything yet. But when we actually go through it, we'll show you how to restore. A window comes up and just says, hey, listen, here's the channel you're on. Are you sure you want to do a restore? So if I pick that and hit, restore feed, see, it says I'm on Hocking Hills. By clicking continue, you'll, restore your thing, your channel. But it's no problem. Because like I said, it won't do anything because I haven't done any postings of videos. So not a big deal. So close is pretty obvious. It's just going to close the screen. Here's the edit screen. So the edit screen has the ability to share files, move files, or delete files. Share file means between stations. Let's say on Explore Hocking Hills, there's a video, which there's not. Let's say on Nano Express, there's a video called Install. That's the one video that we have posted already. And let's say I want to share with NanoBoss Pro. If I did that and I hit share, it would actually share the file from this to that. It would be on both stations. It's sharing it. If it's already on the station, like I could unshare the video. So you could share or unshare. When you're sorting this drop-down list, there could be a lot of videos in there. You can decide whether you want it alphabetically or chronologically. Whatever's set is what's going to happen. You see it clears that. Again, I don't have a lot of videos in here. This is a brand new install, and it's just our dev environment. But if I did, that will come in handy. Moving files is a different thing because I'm going to take the file from Nano Express. So now I have to select the video, Nano Express, and now I have to say the destination project, which is, where do I want to put it? Maybe I want to put it in NanoBoss Pro, and I want to put it on NanoBoss Pro. So what this is saying basically is that it's going to take this video from Nano Express, remove it, and put it on NanoBoss Pro. And then wherever your video is being hosted, it's going to put it, see, this is where my video is being hosted. It's going to put it in the correct folder for NanoBoss Pro. If I hit move, it would move the file. We're not doing that. Like I said, we'll have real demo videos later. Delete files is just what it says, right? So if I want to go into Nano Express, I don't like a video, I hit that, hit delete, it will delete the video out of there. Okay? So that's pretty much what this area does. So it lets you really share and manipulate videos pretty easily, just a couple drop downs and a couple button presses. So we have this thing called a channel configurator. So this is where you configure what channels you're going to want configured. These are the ones that are currently live that work on the system. These are the ones that we're putting into the next version. And you'll see when the next version comes out, you get the next version for free. There's no additional, we don't keep charging you, there's no one-time offers or anything like that. The updates you get, right? So you'll see these will eventually be over here, and then there'll be a new list over here. Because what this platform eventually is going to come is not only streaming to TV and internet, but to mobile devices as well. So we have a lot of things in development here. So this is a good place for you to see what's coming up next and to see what you can what you have. So like, let's say, remember we did that, just for a little refresher, we went home, we did this Nano Express, right? And we hit show feed, and you saw there was just a Roku feed. If I was to go to edit and launch the channel editor, I could look at Amazon Fire, right? I could enable Amazon Fire. I could select a channel on Nano Express, and I could create the feed. You have selected a channel description. Please select and try again. So blank channel description. So I have got to fill out descriptions because it doesn't have this stuff. So I'll call it test. Doesn't matter. But you see what happens if you hit create feed, icon title. See, so I don't have an icon because this is 114 by 114. But here's the deal. If I go grab any image, it will resize it automatically. You don't have to. I'm just going to grab this and say, look, it was converted. So we don't have to worry about it. I'll give it a title of title. Because you're able, even though it's the same content, I can call it, name it, and lay it out totally different for Amazon than I do Roku. So I can give it a different title, I can give it a different description, and I can create this feed, right? So once I fill this out and tell it I want this, the channel feed is created. So now that's created, that's great. I can just hit save. You've saved a blank channel, so if I go pick, and you don't really even have to do this, but I do it anyway. I'm going to create, I am going to go back. Let me close this real fast. Let me close this real fast. Let me go to home and let me show this feed. So now you see I automatically have my Roku feed and my JSON. So now I can go to creator.fire. I think it's creatorfire.com or something. I forget what it is, but it's the Amazon creator tool. And you can just paste that in there, hit submit, and you're done. And now every time I come home and I post anything here, it'll not only go to Roku, but it'll also go to my Fire. So as I keep adding more and more of these, let's say I want Apple, I go back and I add Apple, I add, Vimeo, I start adding all these. When I hit show feed, you'll see the feeds actually show here as you keep adding them. So that's what sort of the channel configurator does. It allows you to configure these. If you go to Roku, this is just letting you save how many max per channels. And the reason for that is by default, it posts to Roku. That's the default. Apple TV is a little bit different. We'll go over this later, but you will be able to, basically just grab, hold on for just a second. See what I did over here is I'm looking at my current channels in Fire that I have. So NanoBoss Pro, NanoBoss Express, these are current. So if you ever wonder what's being posted to Fire, because that's where I'm at, I open the Fire screen right here. If you're ever wondering what's being posted, you can just hit load channels. It's going through every single one of the feeds, so it takes a minute because we got a lot of feeds in development, so it takes a minute, but it will enumerate every single feed I have. And then if I want to edit, this thing, as soon as it's done, all I have to do is double click on one of these and it'll load over here, and then I can change the picture, the title, description, whatever I want. So if I actually double click on there, it'll load everything that I just put in there. So I can edit it and then hit save. It saves it. So let's say you want a different channel icon. You can change it, or you want something different. It doesn't matter. So not only is it used to initiate the channels, but over here it'll show you every channel that you have, and it'll allow you to actually edit it. And that's pretty much all I wanted to show you on this screen. So we're going to just close it. And so as these become live, you will have to come in here one time and set it up. Vimeo, if you do want to connect to Vimeo and send videos that way, you do have to put your Vimeo API stuff in here. But if you already have it in the configuration file, it's already going to be there for you. So there's no worries there. But later, all the configuration, basically the connection is going to be done through this screen. And the reason for that is every one of these are going to have different credentials. Like, for example, when you do your Facebook, we're putting Facebook up. It'll be over here. You're going to have to put in your Facebook credentials. It'll say, can you want to connect to Facebook? Just like you used to. It say yes, and then you basically put in your credentials. And then we'll have subcategories that accept live streaming, because we will be introducing live streaming through our own video hosting that we have in the works. So yeah, so all that will happen in this screen. You'll just have to put in your credentials and sign up for it. Basically, it doesn't cost any additional money. Edit video is exactly like it sounds. If you want to edit a single video, so I can go into a video, I go into a channel, I select a video, I hit load video. This is going to load everything about that video, and I can now change that video if I want to change this video. Genre, TV, title, description. I could even change the thumbnail if I want. Remember, this thumbnail is auto-generated from the video, but if I was to actually edit it here, you don't have to worry about what size this image is because this application will auto-resize that image for you. So that will not be an issue. And then when you hit save and post, it'll just, post it right up and overwrite what you have. And it depends on the size of the video and whatnot. It may take a minute, may not. Really depends. Nano Developer, really cool tool. You can actually mess around like with your feeds if you're an advanced user. Nano Express, I can say log JSON file, and this is the JSON file. I see it. There's really one video in it. I can say load XML feed. It'll load the XML. Now it's only going to load this XML because I went and set up the XML. That's what Fire uses. So a lot of you might hit XML, hit load feed, nothing will be here. All that would mean is that in your channel editor, you didn't set up Fire for it. Okay? Like, remember when I loaded channels, there was only 2. So if I go back here and I say here, I pick any one of these. Let's say I pick this and hit load XML feed. So there is no. And it says, please ensure channel has been set up with Fire channel editor. Exactly, because it hasn't been. But it does have a Roku feed, obviously. I'll tell you what's great about it is we do have a validate feature, but we've programmed that you cannot mess this up. So let's say, for example, I'm just going to backspace this comment out there. Say, yeah, this is exactly what I want. I'm going to update this feed, right? It's going to say, oh no, this is not valid. Try again, right? And so what I can do is just close it, right? And I can go back into it. And if I pick that same piano lessons one, it didn't save my mistake. So if I upload this feed, congratulations, it's successful. So you can exit out of this thing at any time. It won't let you upload mistakes. So even if you're new at figuring this out, it's a great tool because it really won't allow you to do something that's going to harm the channel. It's all automated. You don't figure out after the fact and something's broken. You figure out before it ever gets posted, which is probably much better. Merge videos, we call them merge videos because we have intros, outros, and credits. And then down here, we can actually merge the videos. But in order for the buttons to light up for intro, outros, credits, you got to actually upload something here. So if I was to go into here and let's see, Roku maybe, my video. If I was actually put an intro, open, and hit save, you'll see intro comes alive now. So now I can check it. And then what happens is, in whatever video I put down here, it's going to put the intro in front of it. It's going to put the outro behind it and the credits at the end. If I check the button. If the buttons aren't checked, if this isn't checked, it's still not going to put that intro in there. But what we're going to do when we really break down the videos is we're going to go over and we're going to show you how you can create, a video, your main video. You could break it into 2 pieces and you could put an intro and then put your video, then place a commercial just by manipulating these fields and the videos you put in there, so you can make an entire documentary if you wanted to. But we'll show you how to do that in that video. But that's what this does. It allows, and then if you go back to the home screen, you'll see that intro. And remember, on upload screen, see now intros up, is able to be checked. And that's because you actually have a video in here to do it with. Obviously, it wouldn't make sense if there's no video here. So that's it. Processing is really simple. This is what's going to show you whatever work you start. It's going to go through the processing screen so you can actually watch it. There are messages down towards the end of it if something's not successful or anything. So it is good to see. But the rest of it's sort of just, if you want to geek out, you can watch it. But there's really not a lot to it. Configuration, this is where you have to decide who you're going to here's how you're going to decide who you're going to connect to. You have any FTP out there, pretty standard connection. Any hosting provider should offer you your FTP path, username, password. Same, and then we have our own hosting, Nano hosting. That's automatically, all you do is put the key in here and then put in a username, password that we email you, hit test, it just does it automatically. So those are the two options for any third party. So any third party, if you have a hosting company with GoDaddy or anybody, it always comes with these credentials. You just put them in there. It doesn't matter. And this is to host your feed, you see. So that means your feed and your thumbnails. So wherever you have those hosted, you can store them anywhere. In fact, you're just looking for probably the most reliable storage that's always up, that has great throughput and is inexpensive, because you can host this stuff anywhere. There's no special place you have to host it. GoDaddy's fine. With us is fine. Anywhere's fine. It doesn't matter. Down here, you got to host your video somewhere. Right now, we host ours in Vimeo, so we put up our Vimeo. You can also go to a third party if somebody else has your videos, not Vimeo, and you can FTP to them, much the same up here. Test connection and save it. We're also working on our hosting, so it'll work the same way, that you'll have one key, and you'll put in one key, using your password, hit submit, and then basically video, thumbnail, everything would be automatically hosted. So let's say we put this migration tool in here for several reasons. So let's say that I'm going to pick a channel. It doesn't matter. You can pick any channel. Real Estate Riches show feeds. So I can take this feed. So what you would do, like let's say you run up to a hosting company and you want to migrate from that hosting company to a different hosting company. It doesn't matter who the other hosting company is. All you would do is under configuration, you would configure the different FTP user and password. It doesn't matter if you're moving from GoDaddy to TV Boss, or you're moving from GoDaddy to Nano hosting. It doesn't matter where it is. But once you set up the other configuration and you enable it, all you have to do is say, like, let's go look at, we'll make a new channel, right? So I'd make a new channel here called just a channel, just kind of show you how so I'm going to create it real fast. It's going to go through and it's going to break down how it creates everything. So you can sit here and watch the creation. This JS means JavaScript. It's actually needed for Apple, and the XML is needed for Fire, of course. The JSON you probably know about. It's used for Roku. So there's a lot of different files that are needed to do Apple, and so there's a lot of stuff being created here. But as soon as it's done, see, here's your JSON feed. So this feed, if I was to look at this feed right now, like if I was to grab this, right, I'll copy it. I'll bring up Amazon. I'll bring up Firefox, right? So let's look at Firefox. Hold on. I'm going to open up Firefox here and show you that in this feed of the channel that I just created, because it's automatically there, right? But there's nothing in it. So what I can do though is I can go home. I can grab, I would go into, like you would log into your Roku developer. You'd go to your feed URL, and then you'd grab that URL. But me, as a shortcut, I'm just going to say, show me the feed for Nano Express, right? So show me that feed. So let's say I went in, I'm going to grab the JSON. Let's say I went into my Roku account and I want to migrate it to a new host. All I have to do is say, okay, the new channel I want to migrate to, I just created, called a channel. And I want to take everything in this JSON, right? And I want to move it to that channel. So I hit migrate to channel. So now what it's going to do is it's going to start reading the JSON. It's going to start re-downloading everything and bringing everything over, converting everything, double checking that everything in the JSON is correct. So you see it says ending migration process. So if I go back here now, and remember this is my channel I just made called a channel, I hit refresh, you see, I'm sorry, you see it brought everything in that it needed. So now I've just migrated from that, from one host to another just by copying in the JSON. Where would you get the JSON? You get the JSON when you log into your Roku developer account and you go to feed URL, you grab it, you put it in here, pick the channel you want it to go on. So let's say you already have a channel called, I'll do Dr. Alex, Dog Kingdom. So let's say you already have a Dog Kingdom channel, but you want to move it from place A to place B. In home here, you'd create your own channel called Dog Kingdom. Then you would go to your Roku that has the JSON, grab it, push it in here, right, and select the Dog Kingdom channel and hit migrate. So now it migrates the whole thing to my Dog Kingdom channel. So now all I have to do is go back here and find my feed for, this would be Dog Kingdom, but I show the feed. I take this feed, I log back into my Roku developer, and I replace the feed with this new feed. Done. So it's a very easy step, but we'll go over that more in detail slower. But I just wanted to kind of just graze over what that migration tool is. It helps really simple, you know. You'll click here during normal business hours, and you'll be able to talk live with somebody. This is our Roku channel. It's not up yet. We're just moving because we had Nano Boss Pro. That Roku channel's up, but until this one gets authenticated or okay, we're leaving up the other one, then we're going to cut over to this one. But if we're not there, you can leave this information, and we will get back to you the next business day. But if it's during the business day, you'll be talking with somebody. Monetization, you know, you can enable that. Here are the rules. Once you have the rules, you could pick up, you know, Nano Boss Express, you know, and then I go into properties and paste the URL there. And if this was all filled out, I hit submit, it would send it to Barron's right now to ask to be set up. But they will check. These are the rules. So if you keep submitting channels that don't meet these qualifications, they probably end up blocking your message. So unless you meet the rules, you know, we're gonna have other ones coming on board. That's why we have a select provider. We're talking to a couple others, and so that may have lower rules than this, and so some maybe you can work up to, so you can still get some advertising money. And there'll be more to come on that as we, you know, get those deals together. Between that and lowering the cost of your video hosting with our own platform, you should be able to really make some advertising dollars again, which will be awesome. But anyway, that's what that is. Here's a unique feature, podcast. Let's say you guys have audio files, right? So you can select a channel, because you got to, let's say I want to put it on a channel. I'm going to put it in a video folder called Nano Express or whatever. You see, I still could add intros, outros, or anything to the podcast. I can still share with anybody. I browse the audio file, which I don't have one, and I hit load audio file. It'll do all the ID, duration, bit rate. It'll fill that out. You're going to have to pick your genre. You're going to put in a title, description, tag, and then you're going to upload a thumbnail for it. And so what's going to happen when you hit save and post, it's going to make a video. It's going to take that thumbnail, make it 800 by 450, put it on top of the audio and make a video out of it, and then put it on this channel. All does it automatically for you. So everybody that has podcasts, you can just use this, and it'll merge everything together automatically for you and post it at the same time. So this is a very fast, very high level overview of all of the automation features. What we'll do is, you know, we'll run through videos where we'll actually, we'll actually do the work. You'll see it processing. You'll see us restore feeds, add the intros. We'll break it down for you in various videos. But in this one video, I just wanted to show you guys all the different options right now and what it's capable of doing. So keep watching for videos. I think by launch we're going to have most of them out, which should be Wednesday, the 17th. So by the 18th, which is Thursday of the 18th of April 2019, we should have all these videos up. And then what we're going to do is focus on what we call business videos and the way that we help you build your business. So we'll go more over that. You'll see a bunch of business videos. You know, we have all the, you know, we'll have everything you need, from contracts to questionnaires, but we do it a lot different over here. We actually have, you know, we actually have a whole department of marketing people that will be assigned to our customers. You'll talk with them and work with them one-on-one on a daily, weekly, monthly, whatever you want basis, and they'll basically walk you through how we use our products to make money and make sure you do too. So more to come about that, but that's sort of more for people that already purchased. So we will get into that a little bit later in our members only area. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and we look forward to bringing you on as customers and, you know, building this success with you. Comments, concerns, anything, you go to our Facebook page. It's actually under Nano Automation. Now we moved it to Nano Express when we changed the name. So you can find us, join the group. You know, if you're a webinar you purchased, you're going to get a members area that you can log into, and that's where we really have all the marketing and business planning and information, plus all the technical information. So really easy to work with us, and we're really building a very tight-knit, strong community of people that are really trying to earn a substantial income with this automation software and making channels and everything. So we look forward to showing and sharing more. Hope you enjoyed the video, and there will be more to come soon. See ya.